Let's play 1-Bit JetPac for the Playdate by Braindead Games, who also created 1-Bit Pac-Man, which I reviewed on another video, which you can go and take a look at. Inspired, of course, by, a cover version of JetPac, which I loved back in the day, 1983, Golden Joystick Award winner in the day, and you could play it on the 48K Spectrum, my machine, or the 16K Spectrum, so it must be pushing the 16K to its limits. And here it is today in 2023, so it's great to see the game on the system. It runs really well. It's a very basic port. The name of the game is to fly around using your guy there, Jetman, as he was known, to gather the pieces of your ship, all three pieces of your ship, and then once you've done that, you gather the fuel. And essentially you just walk over the fuel, you automatically collect it, and you just have to pass above or across the ship to deposit it. Very simple. Wrap around screen, so you go through the right and you appear in the left, a bit like Pac-Man. And then once you've got the 6 fuel cells, you jet off to another fearsome planet and you try your skills against the alien hordes there. It gets increasingly trickier and faster, of course, as you go through the game, and it is quite easy to die. It is a bit of a challenge. There are some patterns you can learn, but yeah, you can just be clumsy and you lose a life. But you get into the swing of it. You collect the power-ups, and the power-ups do things like give you an extra life, or they freeze the monsters, or they give you sort of double firing, and generally lend a helping hand. You need all these things because it can be challenging, particularly as it gets faster and more complex. There's not much more to it than this, though. It's very, very simple. It's just an arcade retro game. If you remember the original JetPac, like me, you might be a bit reluctant to revisit these games that you sort of fondly remember, and then you play it and it's either rock solid or just infuriatingly hard or frustrating or something. I would not like to play Manic Miner again, put it that way, as much as it has a big place in my gamer's heart. No, this works really well still as a game. I really enjoyed my time playing it. I played it in easy mode as well as normal mode, and that was much more chilled, and I got quite far into it, and I found that quite just a nice flow. But normal mode, if I'm going to video it and put it online, I have to have some self-respect. So it's on normal mode, and I enjoyed the challenge. It's great to have this Wii game on my Playdate. Love that, and I like what Braindead Games are doing, converting, importing simple arcade games from back in the day and doing a nice job of it. I would love them to do Attic Attack if they're listening. Attic Attack would be really nice. 1-Bit JetPac, it's a good game. The graphics are exactly what they should be, just basic, simple. No color clash, of course, being 1-bit grayscale, but it's clear, it looks good on the screen, it's very playable on this device, which I always appreciate. I would have liked to have seen a few added bits to the gameplay. Maybe a kind of pass and play 2-player thing would be interesting. I would love to see an online leaderboard, but I appreciate that all of that is a lot of work, and this may have been made by 1 or 2 people, so it's always nice to have a wish list, but you can't always have what you want. But it's great as it stands. I would like a high score table even just on the device. That isn't there, and that's a bit of a shame. I'd love to see that, just to get me coming back a bit more, maybe just to see if I can beat my last score. Otherwise, no complaints. It's a great port. It's not really a port, is it? Homage, a great version of JetPac. It's fun. It's playable for the modern player who might like kind of this style of game. Try it on hard mode. I'm sure it's incredibly challenging. But anyway, there it is. That's 1-Bit JetPac for the Playdate, and I really like it.